Hi there. So, given that we're getting so close to Valentine's Day and Heart and Stroke Month, which is February as well, I wanted us to have a look at some of the areas that we could focus on that relate to circulation and health of the heart and lungs in particular. Also, there's a great deal of stress around this time of year, it being the winter months. Our bodies are staving off a lot of different infections and viruses. And there's also Christmas that just passed, which for some of us might be very stressful as well. And so, in looking at these areas, my hope is that you will find some reduction in stress, and that by stimulating these pressure points, we get more circulation throughout the whole body. And we're going to focus in particular today on the heart reflex, which is right here in red. The green dotted line here relates to the reflex point for the lungs. And this little X here marks the area of the solar plexus. So starting with the solar plexus first, and remember the hand that you're working on should be nice and relaxed. So the solar plexus are a cluster of nerves just under the diaphragm, and the reflex point for that on the hand is between the two middle fingers, draw down below the pad of the fingers, and there's a soft hollow there. Remember, hands nice and relaxed. You can press in with your opposite hand and just do a nice press and rotation. And that can be done 3 to 4 times. It's also very nice to, once you get used to that motion, is to time it with your breathing. So as you're pressing in, you're breathing in. And as you release the pressure, you let your breath out. So a press and release can also be done 3 to 4 times. There. Now, I'd like us to have a look at the heart reflex here in red. And you can either use a finger, or if you're working on somebody else, you might use a thumb. So just using the thumb, you can use this rocking motion to apply gentle pressure along that area. Now, no reflex point should be worked on more than 5 minutes. You can actually exhaust a point and overstimulate. So I'm just going over that area 4 times. Now, for the lungs, this green area here, you can either do a finger crawl and working along and the pads of the base of the fingers and through the ridge. You might find it's a little more tender in the ridge, and you might want to adjust your pressure accordingly. If you are working on somebody else, make sure that you have a good line of communication and that any discomfort is voiced immediately. And you should always adjust your pressure to the comfort level of the person you're working on. So the heart is the main pump, and the lungs are also part of the circulation system, bringing in oxygen to the blood that will be carried throughout the body. You can also finish, again, by pressing in on the solar plexus. And that's your quick video on the heart, lungs, and solar plexus. And we continue to take good care of yourself and each other.